Doncs això és Tyler Ballgame i el tenim aquí amb nosaltres, un aplaudiment. A veure, això és un altre aplaudiment. Yeah. Sound effects. Yeah. How are you?
Good, tired.
Are you tired already?
Well, we had to wake up at 3 this morning to fly to Barcelona. So here
Where are you coming from?
from London.
Okay.
Yeah. And running all over the place.
Oh, sorry, I had your mic off.
Oh, hello.
You're, now it's sounding.
There
You're
we
coming
go.
from London.
Yes, coming from London, had to get up 3 in the morning. You know, we're rock and rollers. You know, we're not trying to get up this early.
But you're planning to nap or to...
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna do a proper siesta. You know, should be dead.
And are you planning to also maybe go to the beach, or what's your plan?
Yeah, we have
Because
a
your concert
day
is
off
at
tomorrow.
10.
Yeah, we have a day off tomorrow, and I'm
Okay.
eyeing that beach.
And today you're resting before the concert.
Yeah, I'm gonna rest probably, and get ready to perform. I'm excited to see the stage, excited to play. We had a good show last night. We got the full band in town all the way from LA, so it should be fun.
And it was your first concert in Europe. This last in.
No, we've been coming over. We signed to a British label, so we signed to Rough Trade, and we've been coming here a ton. So over the last 2 years, we've probably been here 5 times or so.
Mm-hmm.
But my first time in Spain
But this is the beginning of the tour.
for this
The current
summer.
tour. Okay.
Yeah. So
And
we'll
first
be
time
here
in
all of
Spain.
August. Yeah, first time.
Yeah, but because what I wanted to say first, it was congratulations on your first album.
Oh, thank you.
It's amazing. For the first time again, it's called. You start hearing it and you're like, okay, this is good. I like it. But then you hear your voice, the high notes, and this is awesome. This is more than good, you know.
Oh, thank you.
So the question, I guess, is where have you been?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was playing in bar bands in Rhode Island for a long time. You know, there's not much music community. You're seen there, and I was just writing by myself. You know, at my mom's house, really, or in Boston when I was in school. And then
It was like cover bands, or
yeah, covers, and then you'd throw in an original every once in a while or so. And then just knew that I had to try for real. You know, I needed to move to a city with other musicians and music community, and made it out to LA, and that's where
when was
Ballgame was created. The summer of 2021.
Okay, so it's not that.
No,
long ago.
and the album we did in 2023. So once we made the album, then everything started happening.
And Ballgame is a pseudonym, or
Yeah, it's kind of like a mask. You know, it's like a character.
did you feel that you needed that?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think it's more fun. I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to like create something that's some type of character, and it's kind of half baked. So I don't exactly know what it is, but
What will happen to this character in the future?
You gotta kill it. You gotta kill the character that you make eventually.
But it's in order to give you freedom on stage.
Yeah.
And not be so judgmental about what you do, or
Totally, right? Because if it's Tyler up there, then you're like, oh, maybe I wouldn't dance like that, or move like that, or sing or say that. But if it's Ballgame, right? Everyone can be Ballgame, you know.
So you were telling about your story that you moved to LA, and then when did you realize that I want to do my own thing? Like I want to be a real musician.
Yeah, I just been dreaming. You know, I'd always wanted to do that ever since I was a kid. You know, I remember being, 10, 11, 12 years old, and just knowing that the only thing I wanted to do was be a songwriter and be in bands. So I had some friends from school that started that moved to music cities, Nashville or LA or New York, and were successful. So I was like, oh, I should try. You know.
And you tried moving to LA.
Yeah, so I moved to LA. I had never been there, didn't know anyone there. Just put all my clothes, in a suitcase, and lived out of a room in this woman's house for like a year and a half, just going to open mics and working a corporate job that I
Wow.
just lied on my resume to get. So I just
You lied about your skills.
yeah, I lied and said I had a degree and that I had done the job
Wow.
before, and they gave me the job and I'd had it for 3 years.
And you would go to open mics to try your
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah,
your own
you'd
songs.
pay $10 to do 2 songs, you know,
Wow.
and then eventually, you know, met a producer, recorded some really bad recordings, got passed around to some mixers, and then somebody was like, "Oh, you have to meet Ryan Pauly, who's an amazing artist himself and producer in East Los Angeles." And we made some music together, and then Jonathan Rado from Foxygen and, you know, The Killers,
yeah,
Miley
yeah.
Cyrus, you know, he saw me singing in this little 10-second clip and invited me over, and we started hanging out, and then he was like, "Let's make a record," and that changed my life.
And your record, it sounds like really timeless. Is it on purpose? Is something that it's what happens when you try to do music? Or?
Yeah, I think it's just naturally what I'm aimed at, you know? Like, I'm just kind of not interested in making music any other way. You know, I like recording to tape. I like the analog process, you know, of, you know, either keeping it or erasing it, you know? It forces
And
you
you
to
do
make...
it like that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
really erase maybe amazing things that you have decided.
Yeah, well...
You don't
we-
have enough tape.
Yeah, well, we definitely on the first record we didn't have enough tape. On the second record we're making now, we're just rolling tape. So,
Okay.
but the first record
you're
it was
still-
literally we had like 2 rolls of tape,
Wow.
and it was so we would never do more than 2 or 3 takes on a song because we knew we'd have to delete 2 of them anyway.
Wow. And how do you think it was beneficial in some ways? The other
Totally.
thing?
I think it forces you to be creative and make choices. I think art is decision making, and I find I get a little bit almost paralyzed by choices. You know, by like having all the choices in the world, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you have Pro Tools or something, you could sit there and play with it and make it sound all these different ways forever and never put any music
Yeah, it's
out.
like it's unfathomable. Is
Yeah.
the word? Like you have all the choices right
Right.
now. Like all the information, all the
Yeah.
assets. You have everything.
Right. So that's not for me. I think limitation is style, you know, and I think when you force yourself to work that way, you know, maybe at first you're like, ooh, is that a mistake? You know, when you leave it in, and then you end up that becomes your favorite part, you know. So
And
it's
sometimes
funny how that works.
mistakes are what makes a song unique. Like
Right.
Not really mistakes, but something
Right.
that you perceive as a mistake. And
Something that happens in the flow state of it and during the art creation, you know, the universe is going to have its say, you know, whatever context of that day, chance is going to have its say. So I like when art making holds space for that to happen. I think that happens in the machines and the analog process too. You know, if you turn up a compressor or run it through a tape machine, it's going to add some artifact of the machine itself that you can't account for or recreate as a human. So it's interesting.
And starting your career in open mics, as you said, did it shape in some way your songs? Like I'm a comedy writer, and sometimes I go to open mics, and you think you tell a joke, nobody laughs, and you
Yeah.
think I never tell this joke again. Did
Totally.
it happen to you with music? Like this word doesn't work, or this sentence, or the whole song I never played again because they played.
Definitely. No, you notice. I think we're social creatures. You know, we want to read people's faces and we want to see what works. And when you know, I think that was part of the ball game being born was singing in that type of supported singing voice. You know, that type of crooner voice. And when I would write songs that way, people would react a certain way. When I would do songs as I was before, kind of this like flat tone Elliott Smith, Nick Drake type thing, people would kind of go, yeah, you know. But then when you'd sing with the voice that I grew up with, you know, then it was all of a sudden it was like my birthday party. Everyone was looking at me and clapping
Wow.
and like, wanting to talk
But
to me.
you were like trying to imitate Nick Drake or Elliott
I
Smith?
just describe it that way because that's I think like some of the influence base that I was pulling from for that type of like sad boy music, you know.
And the other thing, it came more naturally.
It came more from like pop sensibility mixed with kind of the supported classical singing that I was trained on when I was a kid. Because my mom's a classically trained musician, singer, opera singer, music teacher. And so I always had voice lessons, you know, when I was growing up and learned how to sing, you know, bel canto, like proper
Wow.
Italian.
So you could sing like opera?
Yeah, if I studied a piece and learned it, I could sing it.
Have you heard last Rosalia album? That
Not yet, but I've heard such amazing things.
because she like tries to do a song like in bel canto.
Cool. Oh, amazing.
Would you try sometimes, like if you know
Yeah.
can do it, like try to do a song that is in your style, but then you
Yeah, I think
add
that's
the-
part of the sound, you know, is thinking that type of way about the voice as an instrument, you know, maybe not necessarily just for delivering vocals or for, you know, sounding like a rock singer, you know, it's as the instrument that makes you feel something like a guitar solo would or something, you know, like a long note on an oboe or something, rather than just delivering the words. It's fun to think that way.
So we talked that you haven't seen the stage. You haven't seen almost nothing of the festival yet
No,
so
we just
far.
got here.
So the stage is it's one of the best
Oh,
stages in the world, I would
Wow,
say.
wow.
Because if you have to go that trail down
Yeah.
to the woods,
Yeah.
and it's in the middle of the woods, in the
Wow.
in the middle of the trees.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and
Wow, I'm
it's a
excited.
very warm stage that people really.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I think we play at 10:30, so I'd imagine there'd be a crowd. There'd be some people
It's
there.
10:10.
Oh, okay. 10:10.
Yeah.
There we go.
Don't make people miss
People
the first
are gonna
songs.
miss it.
I don't know if you're in a hurry to the sound check, so we should wrap up. The last question we ask the people that come here is for a recommendation. It can be a musical recommendation or a life tip, like don't try to make friends date. It always
Oh,
ends
yeah.
badly. I don't know,
Yeah, right.
things like that.
Actually, when we got to the green room here, I was thinking, of hearing people speak Spanish, and it made me think of Juan Gabriel, "Hasta que te conocí," which is it's a song from his. He had a live concert recording that was just incredible. I mean, this like one of the great vocal performances of all time. And it trips me out. Sometimes I'll watch this. For a while, I was watching it every day, just to hear his vocal performance, and it's really kind of stunning.
It's 9 minutes. 9 minutes
Well,
song.
I never make it 9 minutes. I kind of just like listen to this part here.
The beginning.
Yeah, if you go for it, like pick somewhere over there, like you'll hear how good he is.
Yo jamás lloré.
So thank
Yo
you,
era muy feliz.
Tyler. Have a nice
Thank you.
gig tonight.
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to see it too,
We'll see you then.
and have fun and have a great day off tomorrow too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Hermoso, algo